DBSCG things.
What is up, you guys? My name is Taxon and welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG things, and today I have another exciting deck profile for you. It is the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan deck, the blue one that came out of set 13. This is a deck that you did get to see me perform with in my last upload, the King Mecha Kikabora versus Gohan. With that being said, guys, I hope you do enjoy this video. If you are new here, consider going down there, hitting that subscribe, hitting the bell so that you are notified every single time that I upload a video. And also, if you are intrigued, go down there to that comment section, leave me a comment. I love interacting with all the subscribers there. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera around, guys. I'm going to get right into this deck profile. Alright, you guys, so let's jump right into the leader. Son Gohan on the front for you has an auto. When he attacks, you may add one mono blue card from your energy to your hand. If you do so, you can choose one mono blue battle card in your hand and place it back in your energy. Key, you can't add extra cards or unison cards into your energy. Only battle cards. Auto, when a blue skillless battle card is played from your energy, you may flip this card over, draw 2 cards, and then add cards to your hand from your life until you have 6 left. His normal awakening ability is when you're at 4 or less, you may draw 2 and just flip them over. On his backside is where he gets slightly more spicy. His auto is basically the same, except for you get the draw when you attack. And then he has an activate battle. Once per turn, you may choose one blue skillless Saiyan with energy cost of 2 or less, and it gets plus 5,000 for the duration of the battle. So that is key. If you're going to play skillless cards, make sure you're running either the Earthing Saiyans or just the Goku Saiyans. So let's get into the deck. My unison of choice. I went with the baby. The deck. Now, if you awaken on turn 2 like the deck wants to, your hand size can normally stay relatively good. This is going to help you keep it up there because the deck doesn't keep a good hand size. You're going to use your cards, your hand's slowly going to dwindle. This card is going to help you keep it up. And also, this card acts as a shield because its -5 is so good. Basically says if your leader is mono blue, it gets +5 and double strike for the turn. And then until the start of your next turn, you can activate your mono blue counter skills from your hand by choosing 2 cards in your hand and discarding them instead of paying its energy cost. So very, very good. None of your opponents are going to want to see that effect go off, so they're going to be swinging at him a lot. Getting into the next unison, guys. This is a unison coming out of set 13, a very, very good unison. So basically, he's a 4-cost unison. He's a double strike blocker. He has a +/-0, draw 1 card. At the start of your opponent's main phase, he can stand to active, and then you get to stand one of your mono blue energy to active if your leader's blue. Very, very good. It'd be even better if it was a +1, but Bandai was smart and did not do that. Auto, -1. When your opponent attacks with a battle card, you may choose one of their battle cards and place it at the bottom of the deck. This effect's very, very good. You do not have to choose the card attacking that triggers this. You can choose any other card and yada, yada, yada. It's also a blocker and it restands. So you get the idea with that card. The card's very good. Now, because we run unisons, it's only smart to run 4 of the God Sealing Techniques. Card just counterplays anything without deflect. As long as you have a unison on field, you can discard it from hand for free to use the skill. Battle card negate. This is a negate that when you negate with it, you get to play a 2-drop skillless from your hand, and then after you negate with it, you can no longer activate this skill on any copies of this card for the duration of the game. So once you use this card, make sure you use it at a great point of the game because you can't use it again. Permanent, if your life's at 3 or less, you can activate this card's counter without paying its energy cost. So very, very good. It's like a late game, save yourself, put out a skillless right before you go ahead and put out the 10-drop next turn. So the rest of my negates, we run 3 Dimension Magic. Dimension Magic's amazing because obviously the sparking effect also is really good because it stands up energy, allowing us to use more energy on our opponent's turn. It's only at a 3 because this deck stands up so much energy that this isn't needed 100% out of 4. I'm not saying that it would be bad out of 4. Obviously, the more Dimension Magics, the more negates you'll see. Either way, guys, you guys know Dimension Magic. 3 of them. Another defensive card. We run 3 Senzu Bean, just kind of help us extend our plays or help us defend against low wide board decks. 2 Senzu Beans. Or 3 Senzu Beans. Moving on to the next card, we have 2 Full Power Unleashed. This is a card that I was not going to play in the deck. After using it a couple times, I found that there is a couple situations where this card is very, very useful. Not only does this give plus 10,000 power to one of your cards in battle. So if your leader's in battle, your leader gets plus 10. You're swinging with any of your cards, it gets plus 10. Your opponent's swinging at any of your cards, it gets plus 10. Your opponent's swinging at your unison, you can't use it because you don't have a battle phase. Choose one of your cards in battle, it gets plus 10 for the battle. And then if it's a blue Saiyan skillless card, you get the draw one card and gets another plus 10. So it makes your 20k 2-drop skillless cards a 40k. This card is very good because your leader inherently restands in energy, quote unquote, basically. So if you use this before you swing with your leader, it's basically free, and you draw one if you use it on a skillless. It's also really good with the skillless because if you pay one for this on the skillless and then you go ahead and pay one for like a Champo double or something, it's a very, very big numbered double strike. So moving on to more cards, guys. We run our super combo. Zeno just to me felt like the smartest choice for the deck. When your life's at 5 or less and it's your opponent's turn, when you combo with this card, you can choose any card in your energy and then choose a card in your hand, place it back. What this card does for this deck is it allows you to use your 1-drops on your opponent's turn. It also allows you to play, like, charge skilllesses on your opponent's turn. So going into your turn, you can charge a 1-drop to play it. Other things like that. You can also get rid of dead cards, pick up more valuable cards. Your leader's effect allows you to place battle cards into your energy, so you can kind of like use it as a quote-unquote storage until you want to use this. Card's amazing. Let's get into the skillless package. We run 6 skillless. There's 4 of the Gohan one, 2 of the Trunks. Not much to say about these cards, guys, because there's no skills, nothing to read on them. But I run 6 because I was running at 8 at first. I was seeing a ton of them. I did not need to see that many. I dropped it down to 6. I feel comfortable here. I have one other way to get these out of deck so that if you're struggling seeing them in your hand and it's getting to late game and you want to put out your 10-drop, there's a way to where you can, in this deck I have a 1 copy of a card that'll play one of these from your deck, and then the next turn you can use it for your 10-drop. Anyways, getting into the cards that are going to make it easy to play these skillless. We got 3 copies of the Tien. The Tien has an auto when he's played, you draw a card, and then he has an auto when he's charged. You pay 1 energy, and then you play a skillless, and then you top deck an energy in rest mode. So the combo here would basically be to charge one of these on a turn prior, like let's say it's a turn 1. Your leader's unawoken, you charge, you pass, you get your turn back, you have this guy in your hand, you charge it, his auto would go off. You go ahead and pay 1 with the Gohan, he'll come into play, and then you go ahead and top deck an energy to replace it, and that also triggers him to use his auto to draw 2, rip yourself down to 6, and flip. So like I was saying early on in the video, it's almost a guaranteed turn 2 awaken with this deck, no matter what. Well, not no matter what, as long as you have the combo. But there's 12 cards in the deck that you're going to be mulliganing for, so. And this card's basically the same as the Tien, besides it's a counterattack, so it's a negate. And then it also has the pay 1 when it's charged, play a skillless, basically. So there is our little skillless package and how to get them out really easy, really quick. Now let's get into a couple cards that you're going to use when you have a skillless. So this guy has an activate main for 1 energy. You can play him from your hand as long as you have 1 blue skillless battle card in your battle area with the energy cost of 2. And then he has an auto when he's played. You get to choose a battle card, energy cost of 3 or less, ignoring barrier, and bottom deck it. Card's very good against Invoker because this deck's slower, so an Invoker player might feel safe to put out the Vegeta and stall a few turns with an Invoker keyword skill on play, but this guy's just going to say get rid of Vegeta, or just any other barrier threats, or just a 3-drop or less that doesn't have barrier. So 2 of that guy. We also run 2 of these Trunks. He has the same style skill as the Gohan, except for the skillless in play goes to your hand. And then he's played, and then when he's played, he has an auto on play. You get to choose a 7 cost or less battle card on your opponent's side of the field and bottom deck it. Very, very good. He also has the keyword skills, dual attack and blocker, and he's a 19k, so you can either swing twice with him when you play him, or you can swing once, leave him up after the dual attack, and then get a block in on your opponent's turn. Card isn't like outrageous. Card was gonna come out. I just felt like having a card that, this card's great because it ignores barrier, don't get me wrong. This card's also good because it's a higher cost. So if your opponent plays like a 5-drop, you just want to get rid of it. This guy will get rid of it. You know, you can get rid of plea with it. You know, anything without barrier. 7 or less. Very good. Not much else to say about that, guys. We're gonna move on to the next card. We have 2 copies of the Bewitching Blow Janeba 3-drop that came out back in set 12. This is the only part of the Janeba package that I do run. The ball and all that other extra stuff is extra, too much, and it's just gonna clog your deck. You're not gonna be able to make room for all the stuff that the deck actually came out with. Anyways, guys, this guy has an activate main. If you have 3 or more energy and you have a skillless in play, you can put the skillless back to your hand, play him out, and then he's a crit, dual attack, and then he has an auto that triggers at the end of your turn. He gets sent to your warp. So, cool, and a couple smart reasons why I use this card. Not only does it add pressure with the 2 crit swings, but you can only play this on your turn 3 and farther. The thing about your turn 3 is that's going to be your quote-unquote defensive play, because you want to survive to see your turn 4 in order to get your skillless to your energy to play the 10, wipe the board, swing twice or triple. This guy will help you in those matchups where you feel like leaving your skillless in play is going to be your downfall. Like, let's say you don't have any extra skillless in your energy, so you don't have an option to play one from there. You don't have one in your hand, so you don't have an option to charge one, nor just hard cast it. This guy will go ahead and preemptively just put it to your hand. You'll get 2 extra attacks, and then you'll be able to charge it again next turn and use your leader's swing in order to play it. It's to me, it's just really to save the vanilla. Like, if you don't have the vanilla, this guy's gonna get it back to your hand, and you're gonna be able to recharge it and redo the whole entire combo. So, with that being said, that is 2 Janeba. The boss monster of the deck. We have 3 of the Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan Astonishing Strike. He has Deflect Triple Strike. Activate main for 4 energy. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan and your opponent has 3 or more energy, you may choose one of your blue skillless battle cards with the energy cost of 2. Play this card from your hand and place the chosen card into your energy. So this guy will come out. The skillless will go to your energy. You'll swing for triple, and then you'll activate his secondary effect. Activate main once per turn. You may choose 1 mono blue card in your energy, place it into your drop area, switch this card to active, and then choose all of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of the owner's deck in any order. This does not target cards with barrier, but this is a mass board wipe, which is not super seen in blue. So very, very good to see that much removal in such a powerful boss monster for blue. So very, very good card, guys. 30k, 2 triple strike swings, and a board wipe for 4 energy. Very, very good. So getting on to more of the deck. We run 2 of this Baby Golden Avenger. He has unique triple strike. He's a counterplay. Play this card. If the battle card being played has an energy cost of 7 or less, it's returned to owner's hand instead of being played. He's also a counter. Negate the counter. Play this card from hand. Auto when this card is played. Draw 1 card, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and bottom deck it. So another card that helps you with a little bit of removal. You get a draw off it. It's also a triple strike, and this is the main thing about this deck, is to use your -5 off this guy, have him in hand, play this guy, swing. They're obviously going to negate because he's a big number. And you're just going to discard 2 from your hand in order to use this guy. You're going to get that attack through. You're going to activate his effect to stand him up, pop an energy, and then you're also going to be able to swing with this triple strike. So now you'll have, for 4 energy and 2 cards from hand, you'll have 2, 3 triple strike 30k attacks. Very, very good. The card doesn't see a lot of play. I'm not gonna lie. That's only why it's at 2. A lot, like I said, this card's like a shield. When this card comes out, your opponents are just gonna they attack that card, like most of the time. Like I said earlier, here's like that one-off card in my deck that's gonna save me to play a skillless like the turn before. Like I said, it's no longer a skillless with this card because when you play this card with Overwhelm, it plays a skillless 2 cost or less from your deck, and then it gains crit. So once this card gives your skillless crit, it's no longer skillless. So that makes going into this play, going into this play, going into this play, going into this play, all impossible. This card is literally just for, let's say I'm setting up to want to use any one of these 4 cards. I want to play this card the turn before. This card's going to come out. He's going to be a 15k swing. He's also going to play one of my 20ks as a crit. And then the next turn it's going to be a vanilla, and I'll be able to use those guys. So it's just a one of. It's not super spicy, but the deck it does get my skillets out of my deck when I need it. One of Hidden Power E Supreme Kai. Most decks run like 1 or 2. This deck runs 1 just because, like I said earlier, one of these on one of these is a very, very big number. And then for the secret rare guys, we got Baby Hatch. Not many other secret rares I would opt this card out for. This card's just too good for blue. I know everyone already knows the card. This is my first video where it's actually been included in a deck list, so this is me kind of talking about it. The card's busted. Stops a turn. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you've seen in my last video, I was versing King Mecha Kikabora. I charged this, my leader picked it up, and after that, my opponent knew that I had this, so they were like, not at any, because they knew I wasn't gonna use it unless they used their leader effect. So what's King Mecha Kikabora gonna do when they're running low on hand from taking my cards, and then they're not gonna be able to use their -7 because they know I have this. And once they use their -7, they're gonna get 1 draw, get negated, and then just have to pass. So that's basically it, guys. This is my Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan deck coming out of Supreme Rivalry set 13. This is my take on it. I have been messing with it a lot. Like I said, this is kind of new for me. This is a new guy. The one of right here is new. It's very spicy, actually. The 7-drop remover, a card that wasn't in there at first that I just decided to sneak 2 copies in that actually performs very, very well. I dropped numbers on the 1-drops just because I was seeing them a lot, and not all turns. I just want to do this every single turn just because I'll end up wasting my cards if it gets counterplayed. With that being said, this is my deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you are new here, please consider going down there. Hit that subscribe button. There's a comment section. Drop me one of those. I do love interacting with you guys there. And hit that bell so that you are notified every single time that I upload. And I will see you guys in my next video. See ya!